Hey, welcome to this radio channel. And today I want to just show you some of the ways that you can actually find what you're listening to on the shortwave bands. One of the things that I like to do when I listen to radio is just tune around and check out what I can hear. But it also means that when you hear something, you got to be able to ID what is that station. So how do I get that information? I get that question a lot. When you do those tuning the bands, how do you know what's there? Well, I use different websites. Now, basically, this I'll show you an easy way, in a way that's a little more complex, but it's the one that I prefer. But we'll start with this website, which is shortwave.info. I'll be posting, by the way, the links to the websites in the description below the video so you can go and check it out. What's neat about this is that this one actually knows what time it is in UTC, and so you just enter whatever frequency you're listening to. So you're tuning around and you're like, oh, there's something on 15300. You see that there's find stations broadcasting on right here. And you can enter a frequency and you click now. Basically what it does, it's going to show you all the stations broadcasting on 15300 at this time. What you need to understand afterwards is, okay, what's the language? So in this case, there's one station, and it was in French, and it was Radio France International. So it tells you, it gives you a little red line here that says this is where everything is. What's nice about this website also is that you know the station, you know the power used, you know time, you know which day of the week, if it's not 7 days. But you know also the transmitter site, which is always fun to have. And you can just leave your little pointer on it, and it tells you the latitude and longitude of that transmitter site, which is also fun when you want to know from where a signal is coming from. You also have a neat map that shows you where the transmitter is actually located. And very often it's going to try and show you what's the uh, you know, from there, where's the transmission sent to, or what's the direction, because you have azimuth here, 162. It tells you the overall direction of the transmitting. So it's very nice for that. So wherever you are, if you want to find what station is on a frequency, you just enter the frequency, and that's it. And I like this website for that. So it tells you here, for example, now on 11670, if you hear something in English, oh, it's All India Radio. And it's from the transmitter site in Bengaluru, which is the transmitter site in India. And once again, it shows you the transmitter site right here, gives you all the details. So it's really nice for that. And I think this is probably one of the best websites for an easy way to actually find a station on a frequency. Now, I use a little more complex way. I should maybe use this shortwave.info website a little more often, but I use a little more complex way. And by the way, this website actually uses, if I'm not mistaken, the same schedules that I'll be showing you here on the eibispace.de. Now, first of all, this is great. EIBI Space has two lists available, one by time. So if you click by time, you have all the transmission throughout the 24-hour schedule, and with language, what station it is, frequency used, and so on. It's a very useful list, and I like this list a lot. It's updated quite regularly also. But on the website, you have on the right side by frequency. So let's say we go back to 15300 Radio France. It's 1849 UTC. What I'll do is go into the text list of the frequency listing, and I'll go to 15300. And what I'll do here at 15300, once I find a frequency, is simply go to the location of the frequency and check what's transmitting at 1849. So 15300, we go here, and here we go, 15300. Now what I'll do is take all the 15300 frequencies and pin down what's the transmission at this time. We are 1849, so what's around 1800? So if you look at the times of the schedules here, oh, there's 18 to 1900 here, and there doesn't appear to be anything else. So now I know that, okay, 15300, 18 to 1900, which is here, French, Radio France, and it's for West Africa, and it transmits from France. So that's another way that I use my search. I usually go through this list instead of using the shortwave.info. What's nice about this list compared to the other one, if you want to have a more mobile version without using internet connection, these are text files. They typically open on almost any device. So if you have a little tablet or even your smartphone, you can actually put these two the text file for this and the text file for the hourly schedules, and keep them in your phone, and you have access without having to find an internet connection. I do not think you should print those lists because this will take a lot of paper, and typically every 2-3 weeks we have new schedules. Things change a little bit from time to time, so you know what, you'll be wasting more paper than anything else. And especially now we're in October, the schedules are ending October 25th, so it shows you that we're only a few weeks away before we go to the winter schedules of shortwave radio. So these are the two ways that I use. I'll post the links to EIBI Space, but also shortwave.info. And I think for pretty much everybody, it's not complicated. Shortwave.info is the easiest way to find a station, what's on the air at the specific time. So if you, say I hear a station on 6070, well, you're going to check out what's on 6070, and here there's a little X from Canada, and that's because it's CFRX Toronto. But you see also that there's another one here called Radio Capital from that is in Portuguese, from Rio de Janeiro. But you know what? I know because it's in English and that it's close, and the frequency and time that I'm listening, that it's probably CFRX in Toronto, and so on. So use this list. It's fantastic if you want to find what station you're listening to. Very, very nice. This is the easy way to find any stations, and it's really fun for that. So hope you have fun IDing all of those shortwave stations that you hear on your radio, and that you have better times and easier times to ID these stations from this list in the EIBI space. Remember, there are some stations that might not be on this list. It happens that transmissions change or are modified with the time, and what happens is that you finally get a station that's not ID'd on any of the lists. An example is this week on Monday, I believe, I received a station which was the Voice of America in French at a time that it was not announced, and it seems to be a special transmission for elections in Africa. So sometimes it can you can receive something that's not on the list, but I'd say 99% of all the transmissions will be here and will appear on this list. So shortwave.info and EIBI Space, both will be in the description below the video. You just click the link if you want to use them. If you enjoy my shortwave videos, why not subscribe to the channel? You'll be informed when new videos are online. Don't forget, every 2 weeks we have a live show. So it means that every 2 weeks you can listen to a live show that we are having on the air on Saturday evenings. The next one is October 17th at 2100 UT. And hopefully you enjoy our videos and will come back to our channel. Give us thumbs up if you like the videos. Helps us on the ratings on YouTube. Bye-bye.